Hey everyone, in today's video we are going to turn our team into a total beast mode squad, hitting crazy high damage like 40k, 50k or even 60k. But it's not just about throwing out huge hits to wipe out bosses in one go, we're also talking about building a plan that boosts your ATB quick and makes the best out of everything we've got. The first time I hit 15k damage I couldn't believe it, and that was just the start, but it laid the groundwork for the awesome strategy we are going into right now. Putting things all together was a journey of trial and error and really understanding how the game works. So if this video helps you or if you enjoy it at any point, hitting that like button and subscribing would really help me a lot. Getting this right means really getting to know each character, figuring out which materia combinations are best for damage and fast ATB, and nailing your timing. How you set up your team and the order you attack is key to pulling off those massive damage numbers. Alright, let's get into the details of building a dream team that's going to lay down some serious hurt. I'm rolling with Cloud, Tifa and Aerith for this, and the game plan is to get that stagger meter cooking but keep it cool at the same time, as we are aiming for 2 ATB gauges filled for each character before actually staggering the foe. In the meantime, I'm boosting Cloud with a dose of Fate just to have him prepared, as this buff is going to last longer. Fate increases the magic damage of the target, in this case Cloud, which is exactly what we want. Once we've got the enemy staggered, it's showtime. I lay down the arcane word with Aerith that's going to cast the spell twice, then I switch on Tifa to launch True Strike, kicking that stagger bonus from a basic 160% straight up to a whopping 260% or even 300 depending on how we play our cards. And there's even more. Let's mix it up with the time materia and slap a stop on those bosses, freezing the stagger timer and opening the door for even more damage ramp up. Keep in mind, a lot of bosses have got immunity to stop, so it's not a one-size-fits-all trick. Once we've pumped the bonus to at least 230%, it's Cloud's turn to shine. You'll want to unleash a spell, the maxed out version of it if possible, and you can see with your own eyes how massive the damage is. And don't just start throwing spells around like you are at a magic fireworks show. First, give your enemy a quick assess to figure out which element makes them cry for their mommy. Have the maxed out version of each elemental skill and you will be prepared for each encounter. By the way, you can max them out really quick if you haven't already by linking the skill you want to level up with the AP materia and just keep using the skill until eventually you will hit level 3. If you finish the game, you can use the method I presented in my previous video from chapter 13 and you will have them maxed out in no time. Alright, now let's take a look at the setup I have on each of my characters. Since we are aiming to deal as much damage as possible, we need to focus on magic attack power. And the best word for that is the Rune Blade, as it provides by far the highest magical power. Not only that, but it also comes with 2 weapon skills, which increase our damage even further. One of them is Full Power Magic, which increases the damage dealt by any MP consuming by 10% when you have full MP. So this is going to power up our spells with 10%, as we are not going to use any MP consuming attacks until we land the finishing blow. The second one is Magic Attack Power, which provides an extra 20 magic attack, and the rest of 2 honestly do not matter that much in our scenario, but you can definitely go for the ATB charge rate up and attack power or whatever you feel fits best for you. Next up is the Saturn Bracer, which has 8 materia slots in 4 linked pairs, providing enough possibilities in terms of builds, and it also comes with some decent stats too. Probably the best bracer in this game, and you can get it in chapter 13. Last and probably the most important item in this setup is the Genji Gloves, which let you pass the 9999 damage limit, a bit harder to get but totally worth it. You'll have to finish chapter 12, complete all the Proto-Lerwick missions from the previous maps, but also have all the titans beaten in the combat simulator, and with 4 grading stars, meaning you'll have to solve all the intels in each region for each of the titans. The challenge itself is a bit difficult, but you can switch to easy mode if you don't want it to bother you too much. Let me know in the comment section down below if you want a video dedicated to how to unlock all those items, materia and everything else we have for this build. As for the materia, I have magic focus materia linked with lightning materia in this case, which is going to provide an extra 5% damage boost. And today's test was done with this. Imagine another 20% on top of what we've seen so far, when eventually I will max this out as well. But you get the point. In my case it was lightning paired with magic focus, but it really depends on your enemy weaknesses, so definitely assess your foes so that you know how to change it to the corresponding elemental weakness. I also have all the ATB materials that you can get in this game, although not needed in this case, they are very useful when trying a hybrid build, for example. I also have MP up materia just for the boost and magic up materia which increases the magic by another 10%. So just imagine what the damage would look like with magic focus materia and magic up materia maxed out. Let me know in the comment section if you know any other ways to boost this even further. For Aerith, we want to have the empowerment materia maxed out so that we can use Fate instead of Bravery. Bravery boosts the physical damage while Fate boosts the magic damage, so we definitely want that in the setup. And finally, Arcane Word is perfect because you will cast your spell twice on Cloud, meaning if one shot was not enough to destroy your foe, two are definitely going to take him out. As for Tifa, we again want as much ATB build-up as possible because we are going to need it to increase the ATB stagger bonus using her True Strike ability. And you guessed it, the higher it is, the more damage you deal. And this setup can also work in the most difficult challenges the game offers. The only thing that we need to change is to swap the magic focus materia with magnify materia to spread the damage out. Combined with Arcane Word, it's a complete disaster. Of course, we can even play with certain aspects like adding a luck materia for a chance of critical hit or even adding the MP absorb materia. You'll find it very useful in the brutal or legendary challenges, which are by far the most difficult in this game, but with a slightly different approach that we will cover in an upcoming video. And finally, you can deal crazy amounts of damage using your abilities too. You'll want the same build, but this time around we will focus on strength and physical damage more, so we are going to use Buster Sword, Strength Up Materia and Dark Side Materia, which is going to add a bonus of 5% ability damage on top of everything else that we have. As you can see, again, we are losing 20% as I do not have it maxed out, but would be very curious to see the results with all the materials maxed out. Follow the same build up as for the spell, but this time around use an ability at the end, like Infinity End, and deal 30k damage plus. That's about it. Thanks so much for watching. Definitely let me know in the comment section down below if you enjoy this or if you have even better ideas, and we will test them out. Until next time, have fun playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and I hope this video was helpful for you. I'll leave you a full section in which you can see exactly how I do it step by step so that you can follow easier.